Someone in my chat was telling me a medication I took for like 7 years gives you early dementia. So
Really?
I'll spoil
if
it
I
for
lose
you.
this one,
That's just what getting
Doesn't?
older is like. It's an endless parade of news items that are like shit you've been taking for years ruins your life. And you're like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
I
good.
was
Thanks for
thinking
letting me
that
know
the other
after
week
I've
and-
digested it for 3 decades straight. I appreciate
You won't
that.
believe what they're
Because I was
saying
hanging
about
out with
Tylenol.
Dude, and
when I was a kid,
circumcision.
there was a
They fucking hate me. RFK
I wasn't
Jr.
looking.
hates
I wasn't
me,
looking.
bro.
Oh, thank God.
Oh shit.
Next, he's gonna say some shit about Diet Coke. I'm gonna be in a world of hurt.
no. Diet Coke's like
Trump
8 a
loves
day.
that shit. You're safe.
It's over, bro. Globe and Mail article indicating that consistent middle-aged diet soda drinkers have a more rapid rate of brain aging than those who occasionally or never consume artificial sweetened diet beverages. It hurt me to do so, but I cut it like I cut the processed meats, even though I still occasionally have a mortadella sandwich. But that's just maybe like once a week. Once a week I'll have like a mortadella sandwich, but otherwise and I'm gonna start eating some walnuts too. I'm gonna start eating some walnuts. We've been saying that for years. Yeah, but you're not a scientist, so I don't really care about your opinion on science, to be honest. When the scientists start saying it, I start to listen. When Twitch chat says, like, Twitch chat has also said exercising is bad for you. Like, they're like, exercising is good, but 2 days in a row is a little too much. You know, you can get addicted to it. You can get addicted to it, Chiblee. You can get, I think I've been working out for 3 days. I think I have overtraining syndrome, Chiblee. Alternate universe where Trump is bad at exercising. I don't get it, Chiblee. I think my heart rate, your heart only has a certain number of beats, Chiblee, and if you exercise, your heart beats faster, so you don't live as long, Chiblee. You don't live as long. Exercising is actually bad for you, Chiblee. Are you saying he's good in this one? I didn't say good at exercise. Yeah. Isn't he like 6'2", 180? He's got the same build as Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm eating overnight oats for lunch every day. Big deal. We're all going to die someday. In 100 years, nobody that's in this chat is going to be here. It's going to be a whole new crop of people. And they're going to be blaming us for everything. Put that in your overnight oats. They're going to be saying some shit like, remember back in the day? Imagine being alive in 2025. Oh, I'm having a good day. I'll just drink a brain-destroying diet soda. We're so smart, by the way. We're so smart. We all agreed on everything. And we were all wrong. Fuck! Who are you mad at? The next centuries, people. I'm mad at the 2100 centuries.
Sorry, I'll get
Just
that
past
ground
the
beef
ground.
penis out of there, honestly.
When do we stop making an effort to obscure the burps?
Error? Which
Huh?
freaking password? You're such a baby.
I don't mind. It's for the babies watching right now.
I just ain't burping, honestly. I don't have any carbonated beverages.
That's the only thing that makes you burp?
I think so.
That and
I-
being
I-
hungry. Hungry burps.
I burp sometimes.
I had to stop drinking artificial sweetened sodas, though, because I read that they increase the entanglements of tau proteins in your brain. Which is bad, by the way. That's the one form of protein that's not good.
It sounded good.
Yes.
You get muscle brain from drinking.
Chiblee, you got me. I think
Soda?
it's a vice. I would say it's a vice. Now that I know that it contributes, it's neurodegenerative, I would accept diet soda as a vice now.
Dude, I heard that COVID can it ages your brain 7 years when you have it. I'm fucking 60 now, man.
Yeah, but how old's your brain?
You fucking piece of
He's
shit.
crying,
Fuck
he's
you,
crying.
Fuck you piece of shit.
Dissemble, a verb meaning to hide under a false appearance. Dissemble comes from
It couldn't be anything else, but I don't think I've ever heard of it.
nouveau, a adjective meaning newly arrived or developed. Refectory, a noun meaning a dining hall, as in a monastery or college. Refectory comes from
Huge. We're using a lot of intuition on this one.
broom, a noun meaning mist, fog. Bruma is French for mist, derived from
Ow! That's not broom! It's UME. Oh.
erythroblast, a noun meaning a polychromatic nucleated cell of red bone marrow that synthesizes hemoglobin, and that is an intermediate in the initial stage of red blood cell formation. Broadly, a cell ancestral to red blood cells. The term originates from globally recognized scientific terminology and vocabulary. Erythroblast, a noun meaning a polychromatic nucleated.
Huge. That's huge.
Prestidigitation, a noun meaning sleight of hand. Sojourner, a verb meaning to stay.
Dude, I'm really pleased with the performance today. If I may say so, I'm really pleased with the performance. We didn't get a perfect score, but there were some pulls there, is all I'm going to say. Diet soda hasn't got you yet. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm off the Coke Zero. Why hesitate? But I'm going to say, all I'm going to say is people read the abstract. They don't even look at the methods or anything like that. They just look at the conclusion and go, here's the reason it isn't real. And I'm like, what did you did? This is why we need to make 2 stats classes prerequisites, man. Because you go into Stats 101 and you're like, I trust all science. And then you leave Stats 101 and you're like, never trust any science. But if you did Stats 201, you would be like, I actually trust most of the science, or at the very least, I understand that the purpose of my role is not to just look at the abstract and be like, here's a reason it could be wrong. You have to go through the results and replicate it, or at least, find an error in the methodology. You can't just look at it and be like, there's probably something here that's like there's confounding factors. Especially if you are fucking posting about your sleep score, or you have a fucking Oura ring on or something like that. You can't be, I hate pseudoscience. By the way, my sleep score last night was 91. Yippee! Yippee! Dan doesn't believe you're done with CZ. He should, honestly. First off, caffeine, addictive. But the level of caffeine in diet soda, not enough to be an effective dose. Now, that's pseudoscience, but it's true because I have a sample size of 1, and it's me. And you might say, that's not a big enough sample size. Wrong! Stats 101, Andy. I'm doing a fucking 36-year longitudinal study. My sample size is 1, but the breadth of information that I have is incalculable. The bandwidth is limitless. Essentially. No, there's no diet soda. We went out for dinner last night. I'll have water, thanks. If they had some sparkling water, that would be nice, but they oftentimes don't. Caffeine tolerance. Caffeine is a real habit, okay? But there's not enough in a Coke Zero to cause a dose response. And I know it because as soon as I read the study, I went, well, I'm not drinking that shit anymore until I get more information. And I just fucking tanked it. And nothing changed. Nothing changed. It's still a vice? Well, it would be. Last week I didn't think it was a vice. Now that I've seen the study, I would consent that it's plausibly a vice. Is there an adjective for vice? It's vice-like. It's not a vice. It might be a vice. If it causes tau protein entanglements in your brain at an increased rate, I would consider that to be vicey. Now, the study is not, it's just one study. It's got 4 citations, but I'm off the pen until I see more data. Let's put it that way. And now we've circled right back, because you're going to say, one study. Is it peer reviewed? It was published in Neurology, bro. So that's one of the biggest journals in science. So the odds are probably no, based on the credibility crisis that's going on in academia right now. That being said, the risk of the tau protein entanglements versus the reward of a tasty drink, I'm willing to take the calculus on the conservative side there. Maybe we should just drink water and eat only bread. Apollo, don't do that. Don't do that. Because everyone's like, I trust the science, until the science says something that I don't like, in which case, everything's bad for you. We're all going to die. Yeah, we're all going to die, but I don't want to be 60 and have 36% more tau protein entanglements in my brain. It's not a longevity thing. I especially considering that, it was talking about verbal fluency and shit like that. I got to protect that, man. I don't have that much left to lose. And this is my domain. This is my industry. I'm probably eating way too many carbohydrates a day. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a hedonist, but I'll eat some deep fried food and eat some French fries and stuff like that. But I'm not fucking around with tau protein entanglements. And if it comes out in 6 years that study is fucked up and they made it all up just so that they could get tenure at whatever Brazilian university they work for, I'll just drink 5 times as much Coke Zero to make up for the time lost. No harm, no foul, bro. Dan is appalled. Dan is appalled that I'm trusting the science. Holy shit. I lost them all last night. And I got them all back. I got them all back with my fucking spiel. It feels so good. I can feel the power pulsing through my fucking veins right now. That's crazy, man.
Ryan Gary just said he's done with CZ. You better clip that because I don't believe there's a lot of. He would never say that. This is huge if true, man. Because he's the one that always told me, "Don't worry about its effects on you." So this could be earth shattering right here. I'm just saying right now, this could be earth shattering. So there's one person that convinced me to drink Coke Zero. It's northernlion. Many years ago, I've never drank any diet, anything, any Coke Zero. He's the one's like, dude, drink it, no big deal. And ever since then, I'm not saying I'm hooked, but
Dan doesn't believe you're done with CZ. He should, honestly. First off, caffeine, addictive. But the level of caffeine in diet soda, not enough to be an effective dose.
okay. So step one is it's a bit. He hasn't actually stopped CZ, which I'll respect it. I'll respect it.
Now that's pseudoscience, but it's true because I have a sample size of 1 and it's me. And you might say, that's not a big enough sample size. Wrong. Stats 101, Andy.
Okay.
I'm doing a fucking 36-year longitudinal study.
So he set up the bit, but it's actually true. So there's a 50% chance he's off the CZ.
My sample size is 1, but the breadth of information that I have is incalculable. The bandwidth is limitless, essentially.
So is he really off it? Is he really off of it?
No, there's no diet soda. We went out for dinner last night. I'll have water, thanks. If they had some sparkling water, that would be nice, but
He's really
they
off?
oftentimes don't. Caffeine tolerance. Caffeine is a real habit, okay? But there's not enough in a Coke Zero to cause a dose response.
So is he off of it?
And I know it because as soon as I read the study, I went, well, I'm not drinking that shit anymore until I get more information. And I just fucking tanked it. And nothing changed. Nothing changed.
I'm confused. Is this a bit or is he off of it?
It's still a vice. Well, it would be. Last week I didn't think it was a vice. Now that I've seen the study, I would consent that it's plausibly
It's a bit.
vice. Is there an adjective for vice? It's vice-like.
He's worried about caffeine
It's not a
addiction.
vice. It might be a vice. If
He's
it
worried
causes
about caffeine addiction, but he just said that there's not enough caffeine in it to worry about it.
protein entanglements in your brain at an increased rate, I would consider that to be vicey.
Bro, you're really off the CZ because of caffeine or the rat sugar poison?
Oh, dude, hit this shit.
Come on, I gotta wait for the opening.
Fucking hit this shit, bro.
Wait till Chad's gotta calm down. I gotta wait. You gotta wait for the first. You gotta wait for the chat to stop scrolling so fast. So it can't be. We can't post a joke.
All right, next beer. Not beer. Red wine, cola, ice, and a lemon slice. Alcorta. Oh, dude, hit this shit. Fucking hit this shit, bro. The tannins make you get even fucking higher. I'm not smoking any fucking Merlot. Wouldn't that be good if they were smoking wine in Sideways? I'm not smoking any fucking Merlot. Oh, man. I'm going to guess Spain because the wine bottle says product of Spain. It's Spain. Yeah, why not, man? As long as it's not a diet cola. Yo, you're really off CZ because of caffeine or rat sugar poison? You've been baited by chat on the caffeine. As I said about the caffeine in diet soda, Daniel, is not enough caffeine to trigger a dose response, at least in a body like mine. I can't speak for the diminutive waifish forms of the average chatter, but I just tank it. Like it just goes right through me like Olestra. However, there was a study published in the Journal of Neurology in early September that suggested that it actually contributes to brain aging, increased rate of brain aging in the highest, I think it was the highest decile of artificial sweetened soda drinkers. And you're going to say, well, the highest decile, how much could that be? they were averaging 1 can a day, which for you might seem like a lot, but for normal people might not be that much. That seems perfectly normal. And how much was the brain aging, just for reference? By age 60, it was 1.6 years above the average. But have you seen like the average 60-year-old's opinions? Like, I don't want to be 2.5% worse than the average 60-year-olds. I would like it, if possible, to be better. That's easily tankable. I feel like I actually feel like Dr. Bonnie Henry right now. I thought we trusted the science. We trusted the science when the scientists were telling us stuff that we liked, and now that it's stuff we don't like, we're not trusting the science? What are you talking about, man? You don't pick and choose. It's not 1.6%, it's 1.6 years, you stupid motherfuckers! It would be 1.6% if you were 100 years old and the trend held. It is 1.6 divided by 60, which is like 2.5% or something like that. You don't know math! And you're trying to say you know science, which is based on math. This is why we need to go back to the stupid people be quiet and trust the smart people. I know I'm stupid. That's why I'm trusting the smart people. You are too stupid to realize you're stupid. You think you're smart. And you're like, I'm smarter than the scientists. Did they think about this? Yeah, bro. Yeah, they thought about it. Wait for someone even smarter than the scientists who published the paper in the first place to tell you why the first scientists are stupid. You're not going to fucking solve the problem sitting on Discord going, well, did they think about this? I wonder if they considered this. I don't know. It's their fucking jobs. I think they probably considered it. You need to wait for the Ubermensch to fucking look down on the first scientists and go, they really fucked up. It's not going to be some 21-year-old kid that's procrastinating doing his Stats 101 homework, okay? You need to wait for fucking a credible scientist like Dan Ariely to come in here and say, this is why it's wrong. And then we'll be ready. Like RFK, he has a PhD in kinesiology.
Okay, so we're done with
the
CZ.
average 60-year-old's opinions?
I told him about fake sugar. He told me not to worry about it. 4 years ago when he got me on the CZ, he says, don't worry about it. I told him it caused cancer in rats, and he said, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay.
I actually feel like your proteins are all folded weirdly. That's not okay to say. Also, there's no proof of that. Also, I was a noted diet soda enjoyer, but the diet soda period of my life was actually quite short. It's basically like from when we got a Costco membership in 2021 to 2025. That's not so. I wasn't drinking many diet sodas in university or in Korea because they cost money. So sorry to say, I might beat the allegations on the tau protein tangles. That's my hope, at least. Now, my brain is probably aging at a faster rate than the average person, simply because I read Twitch chat, I don't know, like 5 hours a day roughly, but then also sometimes I'm a member of Twitch chat, which might even be worse for your brain. That being said, it also keeps you young, it also keeps you hip, so I'm not 100% sure that that's a negative.
That sounds